Hello and welcome to Jay Coletti's Racket Reviews. My name is Jay Coletti and I will be your hostess. Here on Racket Reviews we are dedicated to learning about all things organized crime, but today I wanted to do a little bit of a different episode. It's been a while since I have seen all of you, and as I've entered the stage of pregnancy where the doctors are telling me that he could come any day now, it was important to me to put out one more correspondence before Baby Face Coletti makes his debut. If you're enjoying the channel and would like to become a Racket Reviews patron, please head on over to that Patreon account and join the Coletti family. Now, without further ado, we have much to discuss, so let's get right to it. I want to first take some time to thank the Racket Reviews community, not only for getting this channel above 8,000 subscribers, only 2,000 subscribers more to go before we can offer merchandise. This is an amazing milestone, and I'm so grateful to all of you. But I also wanted to thank you for being so supportive and caring. When I first started this channel in the middle of a global pandemic, I, like most people, was not in a good place. Personally, my husband and I had recently gone through our first miscarriage, and career-wise, it felt like I had hit a wall. There aren't a lot of jobs out there for people who love history and storytelling, so I was stuck creatively. I had an idea about making a YouTube channel talking about mafia history, but not in the normal ways that I usually see that done. I wanted it in a way that I would like to watch it. No offense to all of the creators on YouTube who are former mafiosi, but if you listen to any two of them, you'll get a completely different version of the same story. Wherein lies the problem with relying on witness testimony alone to make a case. I wanted the FBI documents, the court write-ups, newspaper reports, an obituary version of events contrasting the witness testimony and creating a clear image of what was really going on. To the best of my ability, I wanted to deliver the truth. And I wanted to deliver it within 15 or 20 minutes so someone could watch it on their lunch break and be entertained, but also without the fluff. To be honest, I didn't think that there would be many people interested in this type of content. I thought everyone only wanted to hear ex-mobsters talk about their experiences. They're like the tough guys in the movies, with their scratchy voices, speech heavily seasoned with F-bombs, the rings, silk suits, and machismo necessary to thrive in that life. I thought to myself, who would ever want to listen to a woman, first of all? But also a woman who doesn't cuss, enjoys wearing pretty dresses, reads Revolutionary War-era biographies for fun, and has a voice for morning radio. But my next thought was honestly, who cares? If they don't like it, they don't have to watch it. I've never backed down for fear of failure, and I would rather have tried and failed to make a YouTube channel than to have never tried at all. It was a little slow going at first, but you have surprised me, all of you. It turns out that your palette for mob content is very expansive. You have room for both. The tough guy locker room chats, and the tete-a-tetes with a lady. More than that though, this has become a community of friends. I have come to know some of the most interesting people in the comment section and social media messengers. We have engaged in topics ranging from history, theology, entertainment, journalism, psychology. I never in my wildest dreams thought that in addition to enjoying this peculiar brand of content, that the audience would care for me personally and vice versa. When I say at the end of every episode that I always love hearing from you, I truly mean that. If you're new to Racket Reviews, I hope you'll find that it is a fun community in which to take part. Now, with all of that mushy stuff out of the way, let's get back to what's going on with the channel. Many of you who have been here with me for a while know I am quite pregnant, and in fact due any time in the next few weeks. As those of you with children can attest, and those without children can surely imagine, Baby Face Coletti is going to change the equation for me big time. Parenthood is an adjustment, and for me, motherhood is the most important job. But it's 24/7, I'm always on site or on call, and I don't receive PTO. So what does this mean for Racket Reviews? Well, honestly, it means there are going to be some changes. The first change is a spatial one. The location in which I currently film is right in the family room. And while I trust my husband to keep his food and fingerprints off the desk and not to break my dice lamp, I can't say that that level of trust extends to our baby boy. There's a spare room in our house that is currently used for storage of holiday decorations and junk we simply have not wanted to sort through. Over the course of my maternity leave from this show, it is our intention to get that room set up as the Racket Reviews studio. It needs a lot of work, paint, flooring, decoration, but I'm confident that it will make for an amazing office space and location for future Racket Review episodes. The next thing that's going to change is the frequency of content. As I have rounded out the third trimester, I have experimented with an every other week release schedule, but ultimately made the decision to press the pause button because I've been unable to make time to produce the quality content you have come to know and trust me to put out. This is because the content that I have historically released on a weekly basis is truly at the level of a senior project in college. In fact, I doubt that I've ever put this much effort into my senior projects in college, but don't tell that to my alma mater. When I started this channel, weekly releases were something I could do. As I prepared for our baby's upcoming arrival, it became extremely challenging. And when he arrives, it simply won't be possible. So I've decided to mix up the type of content that's released. The family histories and spotlights are important to me and will continue to be a staple on this channel. However, in order to keep up with a certain volume of content, I've decided to supplement the history with Mafia entertainment as well, which is why I sent out that poll a few weeks ago to take the temperature on audience feedback. Mafia entertainment has always been something I planned to cover with this channel, but I had not been successful in finding a way to organically mix it in. Now I have that opening. Just because I'm opening a dialogue about Mafia entertainment doesn't mean that even in those episodes about entertainment, we're not going to be discussing Mafia history. One only needs to look up the shenanigans that took place on the set of The Godfather to know that, and more about that in future episodes of the show. Speaking of Mafia entertainment, I would be remiss in not mentioning the recent deaths of Ray Liotta, James Caan, and Tony Sirico. Each one of their deaths was a painful loss in the world of mob entertainment. Each of them was uniquely gifted in bringing horrendous criminals to life in a way that somehow caused us to care for them. All three of them were tremendously talented and will be missed sorely. Back to the channel updates, a timeline on when exactly the changes to The Office will be finished, when I will start releasing content again, and what that release schedule will look like, all remains to be determined. I appreciate so much your guys' willingness to be flexible with me. I'll admit that when I started the channel, I really didn't have a plan walking in, and now that we're entering into phase 2 together, it's my intention to be more purposeful in my decision making. For example, I'm going to pre-record multiple episodes and release them instead of panicking every week, wondering if I'll be able to get the content out in time. But I can't give too many specifics on what this is really going to look like because I don't actually know myself yet. I've never been a mom before, and I will need to get into that rhythm before I can establish details. I hope you'll continue to extend grace to me. I know I've asked for a lot of it recently. Allow me to end on this note. Racket Reviews has already become more of a success than I had imagined in my wildest dreams. Each and every one of you and your passion for this content and your care for me has made this channel something worth continuing, and I promise to do my very best. I hope that you'll remain loyal to the Coletti family even through this transition period. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below or on Facebook and Twitter what you think about the upcoming changes to the channel. Also, don't forget to let me know in the comment section and social media the type of content that you would like to see in phase 2 of Racket Reviews. I always love hearing from you, and I'm always happy to investigate. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click notifications to get more Mafia content sent directly to your sub box. Ciao.